He went from breaking records to breaking trust, and for the first time, fans started questioning who he really was. This is the story of how Kai Cenat went from being everyone's favorite streamer to one of its most controversial figures.
I am not a music enthusiast or expert. If I say the album is if I say the album is good, it's good. Whatever I rate it, I rate it.
That arrogance changed everything, but it was just the beginning of a much darker story. Before the scandals and hatred, Kai was exactly what Twitch needed. 23 years old, pulling millions of viewers, setting records that seemed impossible to break. Between 2022 and early 2025, one of Cenat's most notable achievements was becoming the most subscribed Twitch streamer in history. As of 2025, he is the third most followed Twitch streamer with 18.6 million followers. He was authentic, the relatable guy who made it big without selling his soul. At least, that's what everyone believed. But success has a way of revealing who someone really is. And what came out wasn't what anyone expected. The first real signs of trouble appeared during what was supposed to be a simple collab. On July 26, 2025, Kai had arranged to stream Clash Royale with Jynxzi, one of Twitch's most popular creators. Jynxzi had been anticipating the collaboration for days, organizing the tournament format and preparing content for what he expected to be a major stream.
Jynxzi!
Wait, why is your mic bass boosted? Bro, how you been, bro?
Bro, I've been good, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Can I address something real quick?
Yes.
Why do you keep talking about smashing people in video games?
What do you mean smashing? What are you talking about? Oh! You're talking about the cracking?
Everything seemed normal. Two creators ready to make content together. But right in the middle of their planned session, without warning or explanation, Kai just walked away.
Let me go see what these is talking about. What the is this? Now chat, what the is this right here, bro? It's a static. What the is this? But it's good.
Jynxzi was left alone in the Discord call, visibly confused and disappointed. The comment section filled with viewers expressing sympathy. Genuinely feel bad for him, man. He waited all day just to be ditched like that. Sorry, Jynxzi. Kai's ego has overinflated. He should be humbled from time to time. This wasn't planned content or a comedic bit. It was one creator abandoning another simply because something else caught his attention. The backlash was immediate. Kai's own chat began spamming L's, forcing him to address the situation.
L Kai, what am I doing? Why does it say L Kai? No, tell Jynxzi. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jynxzi, bro. Tell Jynxzi they had something planned IRL, but I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell Jynxzi I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was clear he wasn't apologizing out of guilt. He was reacting because the chat was turning on him. The damage control felt forced, almost desperate. But it was too late. By the time Kai decided he cared about the collaboration again, Jynxzi had already ended his stream.
All right, chat, I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. I don't even know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna see y'all boys, bro.
What seemed like a minor incident became a turning point. Viewers began asking if this was how Kai treated collaborators on camera. What was he like behind the scenes? As criticism of the Jynxzi incident spread, something strange began happening across social media. Disinformation campaigns targeting Kai appeared, some carefully made to resemble legitimate investigative reporting. One of the most widely shared accused him of abandoning school construction projects in Nigeria.
Starting it off is this gut-wrenching clip of a YouTuber going to check on the schools Kai promised to build. Instead of classrooms, he's walking through slums and deprivation, only to find nothing has moved forward. No construction, no facilities, just a project bleeding money and on the verge of shutting down.
It looked real. The editing, the story, people believed it without question, but none of it was true. The footage being presented as evidence had nothing to do with Kai Cenat whatsoever. It was random documentary material about poverty in Nigeria, completely unrelated to any school project. But the AI-generated narration presented it as definitive proof that Kai had scammed his audience, promising to build schools and then abandoning the projects entirely. Context for community notes. This clip is directly tied to Kai's visit to Makoko, where he said, "Whatever they tell me you guys need, we're going to make sure you guys have it. When I leave, I'd like to stay in contact, so next time I come here, it's a whole different place." Now the lie was getting more sophisticated. The account admitted the original clip wasn't directly related to Kai, but claimed it was still relevant because it showed the area where he'd made promises. But even this was misleading. No YouTuber had specifically gone to investigate Kai's progress. No systematic examination of his charitable work had been conducted. The entire narrative was manufactured. These weren't isolated incidents. Multiple channels were pushing similar fabricated stories, each designed to farm outrage and generate revenue from the controversy. Most people missed it, but the truth was messier than it looked. Back in March 2024, Kai had visited Nigeria's Makoko slums, one of the most densely populated and underserved communities in the world. What he saw moved him. On camera, he promised to help, to fund educational facilities for the children living there.
The process of me building this new school in Nigeria has officially been stamped today, as in terms of like it's a go-go, okay? So this new school in Makoko for the kids that live in Makoko in Nigeria, I started working on the school right now.
But unlike the AI channel suggested, this wasn't a simple matter of cutting a check and walking away. Building schools in international locations requires extensive permits, coordination with local authorities, environmental assessments, and compliance with both American and Nigerian regulatory frameworks. Kai had actually provided his audience with detailed timelines and budget projections, showing the project would require 9 months to a year to complete and cost between $1 to $2 million. There was also documented progress. Solar panels had been installed. Construction was underway. Severe storms had wiped out some of the early work, setting things back. But despite the delays, the project hadn't stopped. The AI-generated attacks took legitimate charitable work and transformed it into supposed evidence of fraud. The damage stuck, adding to a growing narrative that Kai was untrustworthy. While fake stories about Nigeria spread online, a very real controversy was taking shape around one of 2025's biggest charity campaigns. On August 1st, MrBeast launched Team Water, an ambitious effort aimed at providing clean water to 2 million people around the world.
Which of these two waters would you rather drink?
Definitely this one.
Well, for millions of people around the world, this is their only option. And that's why Mark Rober and I started Team Water.
This is the first of many projects we're going to be doing and the largest creator collab in history.
Over 3,000 of your favorite creators are all coming together. With over 3 billion followers combined, this could be one of the largest philanthropy projects in history. Team Water.
The campaign targeted $40 million, with major creators expected to demonstrate leadership through significant contributions. On August 2nd, Adin Ross organized a group call to rally donations, and what happened next would come to define the turning point in Kai's public image.
All right, how about we do, let's do 400,000 US.
Yeah, I got you. I'll do that.
400,000 US each. What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Adin directly challenged Kai, promising to match whatever he donated. It was a public dare, broadcast to millions, but Kai wasn't even on the call. He hadn't agreed to participate, yet somehow his absence became proof, at least in the eyes of the internet, that he was selfish.
I'll tell you what, I'll do 400K. Check it out though. X does 400K, Train does 400K, Beast does 400K, Ado does 400K. We need 5. If Kai Cenat does 400K, on God, I'll do 400K. Locked.
Okay, but only
What is that? 5? That's 2 mil. That's 2 mil. That's beautiful.
Kai Cenat gotta go 400. I'm in. On God.
When the situation was later discussed, Adin Ross defended the exchange.
It was a whole thing that me, Beast, and XQC were saying, like, if Kai did this, then we do this. Because he owes him money. Kai owes XQC money. Okay? He's right. Cool. He's right then. Sure. I don't care. I donated $100,000. Okay? I'm not donating 400,000. I donated 100,000. I don't care. I don't give a It's that simple.
It wasn't just about charity anymore. It had become personal, but by that point, the narrative had already taken hold. While others were stepping up with generosity, Kai was seen as the one who didn't. And it wasn't just big moments that shaped that perception. More often, it's the small moments that show who someone really is. Like when Kai's confession about never tipping delivery drivers became one of these moments.
Confession, nobody was getting tip on my DoorDash. I was just being a cheap ass nigga. I was hitting. It was suggested tip, without my tip, it was zero.
For someone earning millions annually, refusing to tip service workers a few dollars wasn't about financial constraints. It was about a worldview that saw certain types of labor as unworthy of basic respect. The tipping controversy became more than just a headline. It turned into a symbol of a larger shift, a growing sense that Kai had lost touch not just with his roots, but with basic respect for others. But perhaps the most serious criticism came next, that the content itself was no longer real. Viewers began scrutinizing his reactions, particularly to new music. What once felt spontaneous now seemed practiced. I've never believed in Kai Cenat. It's just another case of another streamer getting caught as a scumbag, and people that have common sense always knew this guy was a fake from day one.
I am not a music enthusiast or expert. If I say the album is if I say the album is good, it's good. Whatever I rate it, I rate it.
His response made things worse. Instead of showing any real knowledge or passion, he admitted that his opinions didn't mean much. They weren't based on anything. For viewers who had spent years trusting his taste and relying on his judgment, it felt like a betrayal. On April 12, 2025, XQC raised another concerns about the accuracy of view counts on the platform, adding to the growing doubts around Kai's success.
They're all view butters. I don't give a thing about these days. I'm not bro. I think that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a they're all view butters. I don't care to say it. People become like from a 1 candy to 20 candy overnight. Like bro, I mean I've been here before. Like I'm not stupid. Like this shit's fucking.
XQC raised questions about unusual viewer data, pointing to streamers with validation rates as low as 30%. Numbers that low suggested most of their audience might not be real. He didn't mention Kai by name, but the implication was clear. Some of the platform's most visible creators may have been benefiting from numbers that didn't reflect genuine engagement. When this criticism reached Kai, his response was immediately defensive.
You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit that these my niggas. You feel me? Like you're not about to belittle what these niggas got going on because you can't fathom what's happening in this current day of time.
Rather than addressing the concerns directly, Kai dismissed them as personal attacks. His reluctance to engage with legitimate questions about platform integrity only added to the uncertainty surrounding the legitimacy of his numbers. As the controversies piled up, some began to suggest that the backlash against Kai wasn't entirely organic, that it was part of a coordinated effort by competitors, particularly Adin Ross and creators in his circle. The theory wasn't baseless. A lot of the false stories came from clip channels and Twitter accounts with unclear origins. And while that was happening, Adin was gaining visibility, positioning himself as the more generous, more genuine alternative. Whether or not anything was coordinated, the criticism stuck because people were already starting to feel like something about Kai had changed.